Human solves 500-year-old alien math problem in 5 minutes, leaving alien students in shock. Far out in space, beyond the galaxies we know, there's a star system few have ever seen. On a planet called Xyronic stands a unique academy, a place where only the sharpest minds from across the universe come to study. They come to solve the greatest mysteries known to anyone. For 500 years, one problem has defeated even the best minds here. It's called the Cipher of Eternum, a puzzle so complex that no one has cracked it. They say that anyone who solves this problem will gain knowledge powerful enough to change the galaxy forever. Today, an unlikely visitor arrives, a human from a small blue planet. Most don't believe this Earthling has any chance at all. But what happens next will shock the Academy and forever change how aliens think of humans. As the Academy's gates open, a small, plain spaceship lands among the sleek, advanced alien ships. Out steps a human, alone, surrounded by strange buildings and curious alien eyes. A human? Here, the news spreads quickly. This person wasn't even supposed to be here. Somehow, an invitation meant for the galaxy's smartest minds found its way to Earth, a planet many aliens barely know about. How could a human even hope to understand a problem that's puzzled aliens for centuries? The aliens whisper among themselves, surprised and doubtful. Some laugh, others shake their heads, while a few just stare. To them, this Earthling seems out of place, like they've wandered into a world they couldn't possibly understand. But the human stands calm, looking around with quiet confidence. Unlike the aliens, dressed in high-tech clothing and equipped with advanced tools, this person has come with nothing special, just themselves. No fancy gadgets, no grand arrival, just a calm and steady presence. The whispers grow. This has to be a mistake, one alien says with a smirk. Earth is still learning space travel. What could they possibly know about this? Others nod in agreement, certain the human won't last long here. But one professor notices something different. Unlike the aliens who enter with pride and high expectations, this human doesn't seem to need all the extra attention. The professor senses something unusual about their quiet confidence. In a place where everything is advanced and complicated, the human's simple presence feels strange and out of place, yet somehow it stands out. Alien students who have spent years studying the most difficult subjects feel a bit uneasy. Why don't they look scared? One alien whispers, noticing how calm the human seems. The human walks past groups of aliens, each step firm, as if to say, I may not be like you, but I belong here too. The Academy, used to grand shows of knowledge, now faces someone who doesn't fit the usual mold. The alien students, certain of their own abilities, feel a slight discomfort at this unexpected visitor. They've always thought of Earthlings as simple, but now, seeing this human, they begin to wonder if they've underestimated them. As the human reaches the Academy's gates, the murmurs stop. For the first time, the alien students sense that this calm Earthling might just be here for a reason. And as the human steps inside, the Academy feels different, as if something new and unexpected has arrived. The alien crowd grows quiet as a holographic display lights up in the center of the Academy. This is the Cipher of Eternum, an ancient equation and the greatest challenge of all time. It isn't just any problem. It's a puzzle woven with mysteries from across the galaxy, a test only the smartest minds dare to face. The cipher floats mid-air, shifting and changing with symbols and patterns that seem impossible to follow. The human stands calmly, watching as the symbols twist and morph, as if they're alive. Alien students stare at the display with a mix of awe and frustration. They've tried for generations to understand it, but no one has ever come close to an answer. The cipher isn't just a problem, it's a legend, a challenge that has defeated the minds of the Academy's top scholars. Many have spent their entire lives studying it, yet none have unlocked its meaning. A professor steps forward to explain. The Cipher of Eternum was created over 500 years ago by the galaxy's most brilliant scientists. He says, it's not just a test of knowledge, it's a test of patience, intuition, and skill. They say that whoever solves it will gain insight into the very structure of time and space, knowledge that could change our understanding of the universe. As he speaks, the cipher glows brighter, almost as if it senses the challenge ahead. The symbols continue to move, forming shapes and patterns that seem random, yet strangely connected. To the aliens, it's a complex maze of knowledge and mystery, a puzzle too vast for any one mind to grasp. Some students exchange glances, recalling their own failed attempts at solving it. They've been taught that the Cipher is nearly impossible, that it was created to challenge not only intelligence, but the imagination itself. Many believe that it holds the key to questions they haven't even learned to ask yet. The human watches closely, studying each movement and change in the Cipher. Unlike the aliens, who have grown frustrated over the years, the human's face remains calm and focused. There's no sign of worry, no rush, just a steady gaze that follows each shifting symbol. One alien whispers to another, "How can they be so calm? Don't they realize how hard this is?" Another student shakes their head. They probably don't understand it. If they did, they'd know how impossible it is. But the human doesn't look away. Instead, they seem to be searching for something within the Cipher's patterns, something others may have missed. They focus on the shapes and connections, following each twist as if it tells a story. As the crowd watches, the symbols seem to speed up, shifting faster and faster. The Cipher seems almost aware of its observer, reacting to the human's quiet concentration. It's as if the Cipher is testing them, pushing them to see if they can keep up with its complexity. The professor continues, "This problem isn't just about numbers or formulas. It's about understanding connections, seeing patterns where none seem to exist. The Cipher was designed to teach us patience and humility. Many here have tried, yet none have come close to an answer." A student nearby mutters, "They won't solve it. The smartest minds here have failed. What chance does a human have?" But the human stays focused, undeterred by the comments around them. There's a quiet confidence that the others find unsettling. They're used to seeing scholars panic or give up, but this visitor seems different. Slowly, the human raises a hand and begins tracing some of the symbols, following them with a steady gaze. They seem to sense a pattern hidden in the chaos, something that the aliens, with all their knowledge, may have overlooked. The crowd watches in silence, their disbelief slowly turning to curiosity. Could this Earthling truly see something they could not? The human stands in front of the Cipher, calm and steady, as if nothing in the universe could break their focus. Alien students and professors watch in silence, expecting the same struggle they've seen so many times before. But something about this Earthling is different. There's a look in their eyes, a quiet confidence, that even the most experienced professors can't quite understand. The human lifts a hand and begins to trace certain symbols in the air, their fingers moving with a rhythm that feels almost instinctive. As they watch, the aliens are puzzled. To them, the Cipher has always been a storm of shifting shapes, a maze that tricks the mind and wears down patience. But the human's expression shows none of that confusion. They look focused, like someone putting together pieces of a puzzle they've seen before. The narration picks up. To the human, the symbols aren't random or chaotic. They're a pattern, a system waiting to be unlocked. With each gesture, they bring order to the chaos, as if seen through the noise to find something simple and elegant underneath. The human's approach seems strange to the alien audience, who are used to complicated calculations and endless formulas. But here is this Earthling, following a method that seems almost intuitive. Instead of complex theories, the human draws on basic principles from Earth, ideas that the aliens might consider too simple to even try. They look for symmetry, for balance. To them, these symbols are like words in a sentence, waiting to be read. Some alien students exchange nervous glances, murmuring to each other. They're not following the equations we've studied, one whispers. It's almost like they're playing with it, like it's a game, says another. And yet, as the human continues, the symbols begin to align. The Cipher, which had resisted thousands of attempts, now seems to respond to the Earthling's gentle yet determined touch. Layer by layer, it starts to unlock, its secrets beginning to reveal themselves. The narration continues, explaining the human's thought process. This human isn't thinking like an alien. They aren't relying on complex theories or layers of advanced math. They're following instincts, patterns learned from nature, from the stars, from the cycles of life on Earth. To them, even the most complex puzzles have a rhythm or structure. They believe that everything, no matter how advanced, has a simple truth at its core. The human moves faster now, sensing the solution is close. They trace a few more symbols, aligning them in ways that make the alien students' eyes widen. To them, this looks like magic. They can't see the logic behind it, yet it's working. The aliens begin to whisper louder now, their voices full of disbelief. "What are they doing?" one student asks. "They're breaking all the rules," says another. A professor, stunned, simply shakes their head. None of this should make sense, yet it's happening right in front of them. Close-ups show the human's calm face, focused hands, and the shifting cipher as it starts to fall into place. Each layer they unlock reveals another, each piece fitting perfectly into the next. The aliens, who have always approached the cipher with layers of calculations and theories, are now seeing it solved in a way they can't understand. The narrator's voice slows, building suspense. What the alien students can't see, what they can't understand, is that this human has found the simplest path. They've cut through the complexity, bringing it down to its most basic form. The cipher isn't just an equation to them. It's a story they're learning to read. Now, just one step remains. The human pauses, looks at the last symbols, and then reaches out, aligning them with a single confident gesture. And with that final touch, the cipher completes itself. The symbols stop moving, glowing as they settle into place, revealing the solution that no one had ever thought possible. For a moment, the room is silent. The aliens stare, their minds unable to process what they've just seen. Their own theories and calculations had been layers upon layers of complexity. But this human, this Earthling, had cut through it all. They had solved it by finding the simplest, most direct path. The narrator speaks, emphasizing the amazement in the room. In a place where intellect is measured by complexity, this human has shown them all a new way. They've reminded the Academy that sometimes the greatest truths are the simplest, that even in a universe full of mysteries, there can be a direct path to understanding. Alien faces showed disbelief, or, for some, even a hint of respect. The professors, who had spent decades of their lives studying the Cipher, are speechless. They know what this moment means. The Cipher of Eternum, a problem thought impossible, has been solved in just 5 minutes by an Earthling. The human steps back, the solution complete, and looks at the aliens with a quiet smile. There's no sense of pride, no need to prove anything, just a simple satisfaction, as if they had solved something personal, something they believed could be solved all along. The aliens are left to question everything they thought they knew. This human, using nothing but basic principles and an intuitive approach, had done the impossible. The room buzzes with whispers, students trying to make sense of what they just saw. The professor finally speaks, breaking the silence. Perhaps we have much to learn from this human's approach. Sometimes, simplicity can reveal what complexity hides. The alien students, who had been so certain of their own superiority, now watch the human with a newfound respect. This visitor from Earth has changed the way they see not only the Cipher, but also the potential of knowledge itself. And as the human quietly leaves the stage, they leave behind a galaxy forever altered by the simplest solution to the most impossible problem. As the final symbol locks into place, a silence settles over the Academy. The Cipher of Eternum, the most impossible challenge of all, has been solved, not by one of the galaxy's brightest alien scholars, but by a human. The alien crowd stares, wide-eyed, unable to process what they've just witnessed. Some aliens stand frozen, mouths open, eyes fixed on the now completed cipher, while others whisper in disbelief, their voices filled with shock. A professor steps forward, his expression skeptical, as if hoping he's missed some detail. He examines the cipher, his hands moving carefully over the symbols, rechecking every part of the solution. Other professors join him, huddling around the display, each one eager to find an error, something to prove that this solution, brought by an Earthling of all beings, couldn't possibly be correct. But as they look over the symbols again and again, it becomes clear the solution is flawless. How could this be? One professor mutters, shaking his head. We have dedicated our lives to this. Our brightest minds have tried for centuries, and yet, he trails off, his words fading into the stunned silence of the room. The students, who had once laughed and dismissed the human, now stand in awe. The smug expressions have disappeared, replaced by looks of confusion, and for some, even a hint of respect. They remember their own failed attempts at the cipher, the endless calculations, the frustration, the feeling of facing something beyond understanding. And here was this human, with no advanced technology, no complex equations, who had somehow seen through the problem with nothing more than a simple, direct approach. The narration captures this moment of shock and realization. To these alien minds, knowledge has always meant complexity, layers of theory and calculations that build upon each other. Yet, this human has shown them something they never considered, that sometimes simplicity holds the key. Some students shake their heads, trying to make sense of it. They didn't use any of our methods, one alien whispers, almost as if speaking to themselves. They didn't even follow the basic formulas we've learned. Another student, who had previously laughed at the human, now watches them with a mix of admiration and disbelief. Maybe we were wrong about them, they say quietly, realizing that their assumptions had been shattered in a matter of minutes. A few students dare to approach the human, their curiosity overcoming their pride. How? How did you do it? One asks, struggling to find words. The human smiles gently, as if the answer is as simple as the solution itself. I just looked for the patterns. Sometimes, things aren't as complicated as they seem. This answer leaves the alien students even more bewildered. To them, knowledge has always meant depth and difficulty, layers of information that only a select few could understand. The idea that something so powerful could be solved with simplicity feels almost impossible. The professors exchange uneasy glances, a mix of respect and discomfort in their eyes. They know this moment will change the academy, maybe even their entire approach to knowledge. One professor, the same who had earlier watched the human closely, speaks softly. Perhaps we've been looking at things the wrong way. In our search for complexity, maybe we forgot the beauty of simple truths. The narrator reflects. In their quest to unravel the universe's secrets, these alien scholars had overlooked the power of fresh perspective. They had been so focused on theories and advanced methods that they missed what was right in front of them. The possibility that sometimes the most powerful answers come from seeing things simply. As the reality of the human's achievement sinks in, the academy feels different. The students look at the human not as an outsider, but as someone who has changed their view of what is possible. They realize that wisdom doesn't always come from complexity, and intelligence isn't bound to one way of thinking. The alien students, who once thought of Earth as a primitive, unremarkable planet, now see it in a new light. They wonder what other simple truths they might have missed, what other insights this human perspective might bring. Some even feel inspired, eager to explore ideas they once dismissed as too basic, too simple. The narrator closes this moment of reflection, summarizing the shift. In this academy where knowledge has always meant superiority, the arrival of one human has reminded them all that true understanding isn't about who you are or where you're from. Sometimes it's about seeing things in a way no one else thought possible. As the human prepares to leave, the academy is left with a sense of humility, a feeling that they too have much to learn. The alien students and professors watch in silence, their minds forever changed. The cipher, once a symbol of impossible complexity, now stands as a reminder that sometimes the simplest answers are the most powerful of all. As the cipher settles, its symbols no longer shifting, a faint glow begins to emerge from its center. The alien crowd watches closely, unsure of what to expect. Then slowly, the cipher starts to change. The symbols dissolve, merging into shapes and lines that form an intricate star map. A hush falls over the room as everyone stares at the new image, a map stretching across galaxies, revealing places even the Academy's greatest explorers have never reached. The narrator speaks, carrying a tone of awe and discovery, but the cipher was more than just a problem. It held a hidden truth, a map leading to a relic lost in the vast reaches of space, a place untouched for thousands of years. The map zooms in, revealing a distant galaxy, then narrows further, pinpointing a specific celestial body that pulses with a strange rhythmic glow. This is no ordinary location. The professors step forward, leaning closer, their faces filled with shock and wonder as they recognize what they're seeing. They realize that the Cipher, which had confounded them for centuries, had been hiding these coordinates all along, pointing to something ancient and powerful, something they could only dream of finding. One professor speaks up, his voice filled with excitement. This isn't just a map. These coordinates lead to a relic from the time of the Elders, a source of knowledge beyond anything we've ever known. Other professors nod, their faces showing a mix of fear and curiosity. They know that such relics are rare, often dangerous, and always valuable beyond measure. The thought of what lies out there sends a ripple of excitement and tension through the room. Alien students whisper to one another, their eyes wide as they take in the implications. They had thought the Cipher was just an impossible problem, a test of intellect. Now they realize it was a guide, a key to something far greater. The professors scramble, some reaching for data pads, others consulting holograms, all trying to decode the location as quickly as possible. The human watches quietly, a slight smile on their face, observing the awe and energy around them. To them, the Cipher wasn't only a test, it was a way of showing that sometimes even the biggest secrets can be hidden in plain sight. The narrator continues, in unlocking the Cipher, the human has opened a path to the unknown, an invitation to explore the greatest mysteries of the universe. But with such knowledge comes risk, a journey that only the bravest will attempt. One of the professors turns to the human, their expression serious but respectful. Earthling, they say, you have solved a mystery that has stood for centuries. And now, you hold the knowledge of this relic's location. Will you join us? This journey will be dangerous, but with your unique way of thinking, we believe you may see things we cannot. The room falls silent as everyone waits for the human's answer. The human considers the offer, realizing this is not just an invitation to explore. It's a chance for Earth to be part of something much bigger, to stand alongside the galaxy's greatest minds and learn from them. But it's also a chance to bring Earth's perspective to this alliance, a reminder that even the smallest voices can reveal great truths. The narrator reflects, this invitation marks a new era, not just for the Academy but for Earth itself. A partnership that bridges worlds, a union of minds from across the stars, united in a quest for knowledge and discovery. With a nod, the human accepts, a look of calm resolve on their face. They know the risks, but they also know that the pursuit of knowledge is worth any challenge. The professors exchange glances, hopeful yet wary. They have heard stories of these ancient relics, of their power and mystery, but none have dared to seek one, until now. As the map continues to glow, the human and their new allies prepare for the journey ahead. They know that what they seek is more than just knowledge. It's a chance to reshape their understanding of the universe, to unlock secrets that might change life as they know it. And so, with the coordinates set and their path clear, the Academy begins to make preparations. Alien students and professors alike feel a sense of anticipation, as if standing on the edge of history. For the first time, they are joined by a human, a being from a world they had once considered simple. But now, they know that Earth has brought them something invaluable, a reminder that knowledge is limitless, and that together, they can reach places none of them could have imagined alone. The narrator concludes, and so begins a journey that will take them to the farthest corners of space. A journey where human curiosity and alien knowledge join forces, where minds from different worlds will seek the wisdom of the ancient relics. And who knows what awaits them on the other side? Perhaps new wonders, perhaps new dangers, but one thing is certain, the universe will never be the same again. The cipher fades, leaving only the coordinates glowing softly, a beacon guiding them to a place unknown, a place waiting to be discovered. As the human prepares to board their spacecraft, the Academy gathers, still awestruck by all they have witnessed. This once primitive Earthling has changed the Academy in ways no one could have imagined. The alien professors, who had once dismissed the human, now speak among themselves with newfound respect, discussing the possibilities of working alongside Earth in the future. The narrator reflects on this change. To delivering a final message. In their pursuit of the universe's greatest mysteries, the Academy has learned an unexpected lesson, that even the simplest voice from a world they knew so little about could reveal truths they had overlooked. Through humility and cooperation, even the most challenging puzzles may one day be solved. The human, now standing at the entrance of their spacecraft, turns and looks back at the crowd. There is no sense of superiority, no need to prove anything, only the quiet confidence that knowledge isn't defined by one's origin, but by a willingness to learn and to listen. The alien students and professors, once so sure of their own abilities, now understand that true wisdom lies in recognizing the value of all perspectives, no matter where they come from. As the spacecraft lifts off, the Academy watches in silence, their expressions a mix of respect, gratitude, and curiosity. They wonder what other secrets Earth might hold, what other insights this world could bring. For the first time, they see humanity as partners, as contributors to the vast tapestry of knowledge across the galaxy. The narrator closes with a hopeful question: could humanity hold the keys to other galactic mysteries? Only time will tell, as new alliances form and different worlds come together in their search for understanding. The human spacecraft disappears into the stars, leaving the Academy changed, open to a future where Earth and alien worlds might one day solve the greatest mysteries together. In the end, it wasn't advanced technology or complex theories that brought them here, but humility, curiosity, and a reminder that wisdom is found in the most unexpected places. And so, across the galaxy, a new respect for Earth is born as different worlds look toward a future where the power of humility and cooperation could unlock wonders yet unseen. What do you think? Could Earth's unique perspective truly be the key to unlocking the secrets of the universe? Could humanity's simple yet powerful approach change what we thought was possible? If you enjoyed this story, share your thoughts below. What mysteries do you think lie beyond our reach, waiting to be uncovered? Don't forget to subscribe for more stories of intergalactic discoveries, impossible challenges, and unexpected heroes. Join us as we continue exploring the universe's most mind-bending mysteries.